First of all, before I get into the nitty-gritty of this video, I want to make an important disclaimer, so listen. The country that you've decided to settle in, the people that live there owe you nothing. Why? Because you didn't fight for the land. You didn't fight to keep their bloodline alive. So they owe you absolutely nothing. So be respectful. Okay, let's get into the video. So you've decided to settle into this country. Why? Because the food is nice. The weather's nice. You like the overall atmosphere. You have an appreciation for their culture. But now you've noticed that you're actually quite fond of the women that live in that country. And now you're thinking to yourself, you would actually like to get into a long-term relationship and then eventually get married, right? But you don't know how to go about doing this, or you've already tried and you're struggling. So this is how you go about doing this. This is how you go about cultivating and developing a relationship with a woman that doesn't come from your background. The number one thing you need to do is make sure that you are in shape. Your presentation is on point. Okay? Why? Because it doesn't matter if the woman is from Russia, South Africa, New Zealand, Iceland. Women are always going to find a man that's in shape attractive, right? Why? Because it displays discipline. It shows that you have structure in your life, and it shows that you're going somewhere. Second, because it establishes respect. The men in that country will respect you for being in shape, which means that the women will naturally respect you because the men are respecting you, so she will naturally respect you. So it's important that you get in shape. I'm telling you right now, it's so important. That's probably the number one thing that's hindering you, is that you're not in shape. You can't even get into the door. And that's what's stopping the door to be open for you in order to get into a relationship, is because you're not in shape. So if you don't know how to get in shape, hit me up. I'm going to help you get in shape. Look at me. I know how to get in shape. So it's important that your presentation looks good, because you're going to stand out, and which is a good thing. You won't have to do a lot to get attention. So make sure you make the most out of the attention you're going to get. So make sure you're in shape. Reason number 2 is you have to make sure you are well acquainted and well informed with the culture. Why? Because you're dealing with xenophobia. Xenophobia is when people are a bit apprehensive to interact with you because you don't come from the same tribe. You don't come from the same group, right? So you have to make them feel comfortable. You have to make them feel that you understand their background. You have to make them feel that you know exactly what they're going through and you can relate to them. That's really important. Know about the food. Know why they eat that. The stories around it, the jokes around that food. It's very important, especially when you're interacting with a woman. She wants you to feel that you understand her culture. Why? Because she's eventually going to start thinking she's going to have to bring you around her girlfriends, her parents, right? So she's going to feel like, okay, if I bring him around my parents, my friends, he understands the culture, so my friends and my parents will be able to interact with him. And it won't be so difficult. It won't be awkward. So it's important that you really understand the culture, okay? The last thing is this. Maybe you're just bad with women. You need to learn how to communicate effectively. Maybe you're just bad. You don't know how to actually make a woman attracted to you. Maybe that's the number one thing. You just don't know how to attract a woman, how to get a woman interested in you. And that's my job. That's why I'm here on YouTube, is to help productive men like yourself attract the woman that you want into your life. So click the link in the description, fill out that form, and let me go through that form. And if I feel that you're a good fit, we will work together and I will get you to your goal. I will help you to establish a very healthy relationship with a woman in that country. So those 3 things: get in shape, understand the culture, and understand how to interact with women. If you do those three things, trust me, you will get a beautiful woman in that country that you've decided to build your new life.